I'm starting this video too. Actually, maybe it's the third one on this Finis Dake Bible. Now, as I was saying before, one thing you need to reference is the cross references on the side are not just the New Testament. You will find many of those have the Old Testament in it also. So when you're using this Bible, you will have to have other Bibles with you so that you can get to some of the cross references, because there are many, many cross references. Now, not only in the side are there cross references, but there are also references inside of some of those. For example, this is one of those in the genealogy of Matthew, and here you have where it shows up in the book of Ruth, and so on. So you will see that all through the book of Matthew, as we mentioned before. So when you're looking through it, for example, here, the genealogy here records that Jerome begot Isaiah. However, and then it shows you other places where it is in the Gospels and what it says. Now, this is similar to the Dake Bible in the sense that the cross references are very frequent, and then you can look them up. But even when you go to 12:2, which it mentions here, and there's 12:2, that will show you where it is in other places. Now, when you continue in this, I did mention this in my next one, I do also what I did in the Dake Bible before. If there's a literal translation or a Greek translation, I underline those all the way through, or significant cities, for example, the meaning house of bread, or it means house of bread, pardon me, and so forth. So what I've done with this all the way through this Bible, not only followed all of these here and read these, of course they're very good, but I've also done things that I did in the Greek Bible, the Dake Bible also, underline what is in Greek or in Hebrew, and what it means. And also, as I've said before, I will also notice in some places what has to be marked as literal. So that I've done all the way through this Bible. Now that happens to be in Matthew. If we go all the way to the Gospel of Mark, you will see the same type of cross references all the way through. Notice this. Each chapter is beginning with a certain number of verses. Then you have everything about it, and then you have the side references as well. And notice this here, literally, I am, and you look that verse up, or made whole, or here. Some manuscripts read seeing, unwashed, they found fault. Now, many places where other manuscripts say, some manuscripts, I've done the same with the Dake Bible, and I've underlined it in the same way with those little squiggles around the side. So also in this, as in the Dake Bible, you will have what other manuscripts say. So I have done that also, which is very important because it gives you other ways of translating it, and you can make your mind up of which you like. But it does give you alternatives there. Therefore, you will find this throughout. And what is good about this is that not only do we have an excellent translation with 1a and so on, like 13, there's a, 13, there's an a right there, so let's go with, and that says, that reference is to Matthew 25:1. Now, what book are we in now? We're in Luke, okay? But also notice that 1 down there for verse 13. It is talking about 10 of our own slaves. Now it goes to 1 spiritually. This further parable is a continuation of the preceding case of salvation. It depicts how the saved ones should serve the Lord that they may inherit the coming kingdom. So you see, not only is there the 1, but also a letter on the side. So those are both important when you go through this whole thing. And there are also places where there are little charts in here as well. And those are very important to see. If I might find one for you when I flip through this. So I don't think they're that far away. Let me see, for example. There might be one here. If I can find it very quickly, I will show it to you because here you go. The genealogy of Jesus Christ. Now, notice this. This is good because it shows all the places in the Bible where this comes from and which gospel shows that and where in the gospels it shows and other places rather than the gospels. Notice that, and it gives dates. So there are references like this inside as well as the other things we've mentioned so far. And then when you go to Revelation, for example, often in here, because it is so thick with references, you will get some fascinating cross-references in this section, which one should pay very close attention to. And also, as I said before, notice how these letters give you that, and then it gives you an outline, and then you go through it, and so forth. So this Bible reminds me of the Finis Dake Bible in many ways, and so therefore I took the time to go through and do all these outlines of this on the bottom. I recommend this highly, especially because the notes gives you a very good idea of Witness Lee's own understanding of the text and what it means.